friends, my first spiritual experience started when I was 15 years, and I was my I studied in a Kannada medium school, and so at my I joined in eighth standard English medium. So what happened is my marks and all the things, I was feeling very low in my life. So what happened is, so the thing is, my sister thought that this fellow will go nowhere if we leave him like this. Then she took me to um, Mahesh Yogi's transcendental meditation class and made me do. She also did it, and believe it or not, at ninth standard summer vacation, I started practicing transcendental meditation, and but miracle has happened. I was getting just a passing marks until ninth standard. I got the 10th rank in the class examination in 10th standard. So they made me to stand on the stage. And friends, I should say that this is my first miracle which happened, because I always tell that uh, I've been blessed that my elder sister saw the need in me, and saw that this fellow will go nowhere if I leave him like this. Then she made a decision to take me to that class. And believe it, today my sister has not taken so seriously about meditation. After 35 years, I have hold on to it, and that was the first miracle. And the moment I just tasted that success, I never left meditation, friends. And I was studying in National College, National Middle School, Basavangudi High School, and college. And then it was very near the Bull Temple Road, Ramakrishna Ashram. I was always going, used to go there and meditate. Maybe it was a mocking of meditation, not even knowing at 15 years, because all others are sitting and meditating in front of Ramakrishna's Brahmamsa's photo. And I was just mocking them, maybe, because as young as 15 years, I was not knowing the very intricacies of those things. And I used to listen to the bhajans, and I used to go and sit in the libraries and used to read all the books of Vivekananda. So all those things made some sort of a, and I used to sit on the rock where Sharda Devi sat and meditated. So I still remember, and there was no looking back in my studies. I finished engineering, and I afterwards I did my what do you call that a master in business administration in Bangalore University. And I was very timid and very shy in my life, and throughout my graduation I was not very confident of myself. Then I decided that I should change myself, and the best way is to learn public speaking. I joined the Dale Carnegie course in 1989 called Milt and Zeal, and for the next 10 years I was with Aparesh Acharya ji and Anthony Williams. Oh, the same time I met um, Swami Sukhabodhananda, who has opted out of Chinmaya mission, and I met him in 1988. As just I was passed out of my engineering, all my leisure time I used to hang around with him. I used to ask all kind of questions. My name is people used to call me as Kumar. He said the Kumar is a very old name. Everybody calls it Kumar, Dilip Kumar, Manoj Kumar, Raj Kumar. So I don't want that Kumar in your name. So I will give you the first, take the first letter, that is Prem. He gave a new coined word. He took my first name, that is Prem, and from then Kumar became Prem. So that was another change in my life. And for him, he had four gurus. They are, one is Chimananji, Daran Saraswati, and Osho, and J. Krishnamurti. I never knew all these people's name at all. Actually, I was born in a village in Mandya, where farming is our activity, farming community. We are not exposed to any Vedic text or any chanting, any mantras, any rituals or some sort of thing. And believe it, I got exposed at the age of 22, 23, all these great masters. For 10 long years, I was with Aparesh Acharyaji and Anthony Williams and Swami Sukhabodhananji. All my leisure time, I was hanging around with them. They selected me. They made me the head of the committee. As early as 25, I was heading a committee of executive committee. So I used to enroll the people for the programs, and I used to see that the climate in the program is beautiful. Everything is arranged beautifully. Even the, we were all trained how to speak to the newcomers, how to build rapport with them, and how to conduct a meeting, how to conduct yourself. All those nitty gritties, Sukhabodhanandi taught me. I should say he is my first physical guru, because all the Swami Vivekananda, Paramahamsa, and Mahesh Yogi I have not seen, but still Swami Sukhabodhanandi is my first guru, and he molded a rustic fellow from Mandya to a beautiful statue. I should say that. But still, those 10 years of public speaking, and also this, and he was taking all the techniques of Osho's and all kind of meditations, like Sufi dance, dynamic meditation, mystic rose meditation, tantra, Zen, even drinking tea, and laughing meditation, gibberish. So all those things we were exposed, and I went to Pune in 1989, and I saw Osho. He was very sick. He was in a glass cubicle, and that was a change. That was a turning point of my life. And then I got initiated in the order in the Osho camp. I was given a name as Swami Anand Prem, and in my house, they all thought that I'm going to become a sannyasi, and my father was really disturbed. So what is this? My son is going behind these Swamijis and not doing earning a proper livelihood. So, but he was not knowing that I was searching for some answers in my own life. That what is the purpose of my life? And ultimately, I got married with the force of my father, and he was very sure that if I had not married, I would have become a monk very early in my life. So, but whom I married was an architect. I was a civil engineer. I was forced to open a firm, and until now, we both are running that, and that is how I was, and in 2005, I met Patriji. Uh, he was sitting in a place called in Bangalore. He was teaching meditation called Institute of World Culture. So he was on the stage. He was hitting somebody and saying that why you talk like this negative. So like that, I was thinking he is like me. Okay, he is very open. Then he came down and he met me, and he asked me, "How are you, Swamiji?" I said, "I'm fine, Swamiji." Our eyes both we met, and it got just we got the answers. Then uh, then then I started taking interest in a pyramid, and I am the Patriji asked us to be the architects and engineers, and for last 15 years, myself, my wife Bharti has treated like we have a son and a daughter, but the Pyramid Valley is like our one of our child. Every time Bharti used to go to Pyramid Valley, she always thinking that she's going to a mother's place. And that's the love we had towards that Pyramid Valley. Every brick of it, we have seen it, how it grown. And today it is majestically standing in front of the world. And I'm very happy that Patriji came in my life. And I have written in my book, Zero to Hero, Empty Cup, and Zero Karma Cafe, that I met a master in 2005 who came in my life to give a finishing touch to me, because I had a lot of imperfections, I had a lot of complexes, I had a lot of confusions in my life. And he's the one who cut it and pasted. He was very harsh sometimes, and he was very, very loving most of the time. And we had many, many interactions. I used to travel, and I should call myself lucky that I got the best time of Patriji for last 15 years. I've traveled extensively in a lot of places, and every time I used to tell, ask questions. I used to ask some stupid questions and to get it back nicely. So like that, um, I always keep patriji in my heart, and and work. Always, you always says, be conscious of what you thought, what you think, what you feel, what you speak. So every minute I think of him and be careful. I think I should not speak anything negative. So this about my spiritual journey, and I should say that um, I've been blessed that to get maybe the right kind of Swamijis, our gurus, our teachers, our mentors. And I met Andrew Cohen in 1995, I think, in Bangalore. And till today, he's been guiding, and we are keep meeting. And recently also we met in Pyramid Valley. And I never asked for all this, and it has just happened. Great people like Kartikeyan ji, Newton, and Raymond Moody, I don't know, Jasmuhin. I don't know. I never thought that in my life I touch their shoulders in and work hand in hand. And people like P. Chandrasekhar ji, Pal ji, and Shreyans Dhaga ji. I mean, they are Sai Krupa Sagar. I mean, I've seen people who are so dedicated to create a beautiful movement. That is what, and the beauty of this. And so, friends, I'll come to the topic of today. It's my favorite topic. I wrote a book called Zero to Hero. Then I wrote a book on Zen called The Empty Cup, and this is my third book called Karma Cafe. As Shalini was just now talking, that what is the concept behind Karma Cafe? The concept behind Karma Cafe is little different. And I discussed with Patriji that when I decided to name it as Karma philosophy, and many people told that Karma philosophy is a little old fashioned, and we need to work on it. We need to give a new touch to it. Then we meditated on it, and then I coined the word Karma Cafe. So the very concept of Karma Cafe is, uh, in Karma Cafe, you will get the food what you have cooked earlier. So it is kept in a cosmic fridge and kept in the beautifully. Even you may get it tomorrow or day after, or even in next janma, next incarnation. You can't. Okay, in it is like you have 1,000 cows. So how a calf finds out its own mother, even in thousands people, 1,000 cows are there in front of it. How the calf finds out its own mother. Like the karma is like that. It's like a shadow. It will come behind you. It will come behind you. It will not leave you scot free. You can do whatever you want or something like that. So that is the concept of Karma Cafe. Come, let us enter this Karma Cafe with a smile. Don't take it very seriously, I, because uh, I always believe in Osho's statement like life is a celebration, whether it is pain or pleasure, whether it is loss or profit. Just keep a smile on face, be sincere about your efforts, but take the life as it comes. Okay. 2 years back, I went to Patriji and asked to write a foreword for this Karma Cafe book, which is released in Kannada. Okay, it is yet to come in English. So he wrote beautifully. So I'm going to just read out that uh, um, this world is a Karma Cafe. He wrote, and from womb to tomb, we have to come to this Karma Cafe. Okay, and every soul always stays in this Karma Cafe. Every body, soul, mind, always be there in the Karma Cafe. And at the level of soul, whatever activities you do, okay, is equal to karma. Okay. And whatever you do, whatever activities, whatever actions you do is also a part of karma. And whatever you think, please be careful. Whatever you think, whatever you feel, please understand, whatever you speak, it's not just the thoughts, it's not just the feelings, it is also what you speak. Okay. And is also a part of karma. So we need to be very, very, very careful when we give, when we think, feel, and speak. Okay. That's what he has written. And all these things should be wise. It should be wise, and it should be efficient. It should be useful. It should be resourceful. And you have to be very careful and about the choices you make. Okay. we have we have a reality of our life today. It is because of the choices you have made it yesterday. So your choice is totally is yours. Your responsibility is with you. You have to be very careful with the choices you make. Okay. And if you made a wrong choice, I'm sorry, you would have definitely ended in a difficult situation or a tragedy or even a problem. Okay. And to choose these choices, we have total independence. Okay. We are totally independent to take these choices. Okay. And that's how he uh, writes. Patriji, I'm very grateful that um, he wrote, it took 1 hour to write this. And so friends, let us enter this Karma Cafe. I'm going to give you this one. What is that exercise? Just close your eyes. Whoever is listening to it, just close your eyes and listen to this story, because this story can move you. This story can move you. This, please, you are on your, you are in a, just imagine in your mind that you are sitting in a railway station, a metro railway station. Imagine that you're sitting in a railway station. The morning is so cool, breezy, nice. You're enjoying the good morning. Somebody, all of a sudden, somebody came and he sat next to you in the railway station. You're so calm, cool, composed. Somebody came, a stranger. Along with him, two children came. And the children started making a lot of noise. Just go and visualize that. Lot of noise the children were making. And this person is unable to control, and he's sitting like, he's not connected to it. And you thought that the children must be his, and why this fellow is not controlling them. And uh, after some time, after the noise became too much, you can't bear it. You make him, sir, please, your children are making a lot of noise. Why don't you control them? And so then he got into consciousness. Then he said, I'm sorry, sir. Oh my God. Oh, and then he said, sir, we were coming from our native place to this city. In the middle, my our car met with an accident, and my wife, the mother of these two, got killed. And we don't have neither the car nor the thing. We have just, and the body is kept in the hospital. We are going to the hospital to collect the body after the postmortem, and I don't know what to do at this point of time. I just came, and I'm sorry. Then the moment he said that, your whole thought process changes. You're sitting that you are so annoying with him. You had so much of anger on this fellow, why this fellow is not controlling his children. All of a sudden, convert got converted into compassion, love, and care. You ask, sir, I belong to this. I belong to Bangalore. I know every nook and corner. Come where you want to go. Then you take him to that particular hospital, and you oversee that everything. He gets his wife's body and he goes back to his native place. Just open your eyes. This is an exercise which, you know, whenever I've done, people have got moved because just friends, imagine in the in that process of that whole scene. In the morning you are so happy that you see your emotions. You had a happy morning, that you're feeling nice about it. All of a sudden some noise of children came, you got annoyed, you got worked up, the anger took over. Then then compassion, then love, then you reached out to that person. So how is this possible? So friends, it happens every minute of our life. If you are really sensitive, if you are really a master, and wherever you go, you please observe your emotions, observe your feelings, observe your thoughts, observe your actions. Do not estimate the people by looking at their faces. We all do that because he may be looking like a villager. What this fellow can do, he cannot do anything. But somebody may come in a Mercedes car. No, you overestimate him. That this fellow must be a very rich guy, so he must be he turns out to be a crook. So like that, we all make our conclusions very fast in our life. Okay, and you don't know what kind of war they are undergoing in their life. What kind of war? So be very, very careful, and sincerely, I request everybody to observe your thoughts and feelings and your speech every minute of your life with awareness, with consciousness. Okay, if you can able to do that, I am sure your karmas will get nullified, and because you are not adding any fresh karmas, because you are in tune with the moment, you are in aligning with the moment, you are not in having any friction. So we come across a lot of stimuluses in life. Like stimulus, you don't have to respond for every stimulus, because there is an animal model is when the stimulus comes, you respond. When the stimulus comes, the response. We are human beings. We need to exercise. When the stimulus comes, create a gap like this. Create a gap, and in that gap, exercise your self consciousness, manasakshi. Please, that self consciousness, and imagine, what if I react now? Okay, and take your own decision. In the good old days, my grandma used to tell that whenever you get angry, count 10. 1, 2, 3, like that, up to 10. In that gap of 1 to 10, something happened. The conscious, the wisdom to go, the wisdom will be taken over. And if you want to go and fight with that person, the wisdom has come. No, I don't have to fight, because I'm going to lose him permanently if I give back. If somebody calls you a monkey, what happens? If somebody calls you a monkey, so usually what we do, you are a donkey. You can always tell him that, look, my dear friend, I'm not a monkey if I'm correct. As far as my knowledge goes, please, you can check your eyesight. I'm not a monkey. And so I don't have a tail, and neither I jump from a tree to a tree. So I'm not a monkey. I'm very sure. So maybe you should check your own assumption. Maybe after some time, he will realize it and say sorry to you. So if you say the monkey, the moment you say donkey, and the fight starts, and our life is full of these kind of battles and experiences. and unnecessary adding into karma. Okay, so let us see how a karma cafe concepts begin. And let us go deeper, a little more. Any doubts until now? You can just ask me openly. And so, friends, as I said, in the group of even 1,000 cows, the calf will find out its mother. So the same way your karma follows you. Okay, and like that, in you have to you will reap what you sow. Okay, it's very direct. It is very direct saying. It is you reap what you sow. If you sow a neem seed, you will not get a mango tree. If you put a neem seed, you'll get a neem tree. If you put a mango, you'll get a sweet mango tree. So be careful. Whatever you uh, sow in your mind and your consciousness, in your feelings, you will you will read that. So at least this should make you this this saying should make you that you have to engage yourself in good and positive activities in your life. That's what. And ultimately what we are, we are usually the ordinary human beings. By and large, they think their money and their property, their power, uh, or the fame, name, um, that has become their ultimate goal of life. um, but to tell you one thing, a naked truth, I'll tell you, friends, that when you die, just close your eyes. I want everybody to close your eyes. Now, just imagine you're going to your house. You parked your car, and you entered. A lot of people are standing in front of your house. A lot of people are standing in front. What was this? Oh my God, so many people are standing. Oh my God. And you went inside. This is somebody was lying there. And some people are crying. And you go near to that body and you realize that it is yourself, your own self. You are died. You're seeing your body. Okay. Next to that, your son is crying. My father was a great person. He did all his life. He contributed towards others. Another friend in distance is telling, my God, this fellow was a miser. Never gave anybody anything. He kept himself, everything. Somebody else was telling something else. So, friends, this is the ultimate scene of our life. Open your eyes. Just open your eyes. And this is the ultimate scene. Then, what kind of opinions, what kind of feelings people will generate at the end of our life will will find out today. This is Stephen Covey talks of this is called as funeral imagination. Begin with the end in the mind. Stephen Covey talks beautifully. Begin with the end in the mind. Even when we build a house, if you come to me, I'll tell you I have to make a blueprint. I have to make a blueprint of the house. I'll design according to your budget, according to your requirements, space planning, and what is the strength of the soil, what is the direction, wind direction, what is the vastu parameters, what are the technology parameters, what are the material. So even when a person comes, we make a blueprint. Friends, tell me, don't you think we need a blueprint for our life? So Stephen Covey beautifully talks about this. Begin with the end in the mind. Whatever you want. So if you're not principally centered, if you're not grounded to the values, if you're not anchored to those positive things in your life, I'm sure you go on selecting wrong choices. And in the final funeral scene, you will be forgotten as some person who was fit for nothing. Okay. And there are a lot of political leaders who have thousand saris, thousand chappals, and 10,000 crores in bank, and they are not to be remembered in the history when we write in the future. There are few people like, great people like Vivekananda, okay, Ramana Maharshi, Osho, Patriji, and people like them will be referred for good things in life, and not the people who have amassed wealth in the wrong way and try to make a big image out of themselves. So I've seen political leaders very miserable in their personal life, but have a lot of clout, have a lot of power, money, fame, name, everything. So don't think that from distance everything is okay. They have money, power. So friends, it is not. So please be careful. And I'm going to tell how our life is. It is the naked truth that when a beautiful flower, a beautiful flower you receive, how you smell it. It is not the flower. It is the smell which the wind which takes. And so he like that our karma palas are like that smell which takes. And we be careful what kind of karma you do, and the same will be the karma palas. Okay. And so how what made me to write this book? Because I myself is a bundle of a lot of issues and problems in my life. And at the age of 15, and I had a major health issues. And at the age of 22, I had a major accident where I was in the bed for 6 long months with plaster of Paris on my left leg. So this made me to realize that what is this pain is all about, why I get pain. And I used to have a lot of issues like respiratory issues, so many things. And I've seen, I've counted my breath sometimes. And without medicines, after taking a lot of medicines also, I'm not happy, I'm not getting the sleep. So all these kind of continuous and many rejections in life, many. So these kind of experiences made me like, why these things happen to me? Why not to others? Then I found out that it is the karma which mattered. Maybe this is my prarabdha karma. My father used to say that he was an engineer with the government, and he was a very upright man, a transparent Gandhian. And he used to say that it is the prarabdha karma which follows you. You don't know why that you're getting the pain, why you're getting that failure in your life, why the losses are happening in your life, why people are not happy with you at this moment. Why? Because I have not done anything wrong. This is the prarabdha karma. The first time I heard by my father was the prarabdha karma. Then I thought that, oh my God, this is the prarabdha. Then in the Ramayana and Mahabharata, there's a lot of um, references to this karma. Even in um, Arjuna, in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, that is, he refuses to fight his own uncles and aunts and a grandfather. When he saw Bhishma Pitamaha, he said, "My God, I can't fight with my own grandfather." So like that, he vishada. He expresses the vishada and say that I cannot fight my own relatives. So he put down all his arms and say to Krishna that I won't fight. So he got into a depression. He got into a depression, and then uh, Krishna, who counseled him in the battlefield of uh, Kurukshetra, and gave a beautiful text It may be astrally or it have told to him. So it is just a communication between Krishna and Arjuna. Arjuna said, I cannot fight. He said, who are you to fight? You are nobody to fight. You are a nimitta matra. You are only incidental. You are only here to uphold dharma. You are not everything. So I am in you. I am in everything. So the Lord resides in everything. Those who are taking unrighteousness, the side of unrighteousness, adharma, are also adharmis. Then lot of through dharma, through bhakti yoga, through karma yoga, through jnana yoga, he goes on explaining to Arjuna, saying that this is you are only a nimitta matra. So then he goes on telling that in the karma yoga chapter that karmanye vadikaraste bha phaleshu kadachana. That means you are only have control your karmas. You don't have any rights to talk about what will be the fruits of those karmas. So then he got into a realization. Then he started and they won the war, and the dharma was upholded. So like that, and then that is the time I realized that, oh my God. Then the Sukhabodhananji used to talk beautifully about this uh, Dharmanevadikaraste. He was a management guru. He used to talk about the same thing. Don't worry about the results. Be with the process. Then, I was a management student and engineering just now got over. अरे भाई ये हमारा स्वामी जी है. He's talking the side, talking of process systems. He's talking of results. He's talking of delegation. He's talking of efficiency. He's talking of analytical. Oh my God. Then, and he's talking of leadership. He's talking of communication skills. Oh my God. Then we got anchored to Sukhabodhananji like a mother. And he was also very fresh at that time. He gave 10 full years to people like us who are just youngsters, okay, who hanged around him in our leisure time, who I went with him wherever he went. So like that, he used to talk, just be with the journey. Be with the journey, friends. How many people are today or be with the journey today? We are not with the journey. We are always worried about destination. So why? Just imagine we are going on a road. We are going on the road and we got stuck in a jam. That's the fact. You know what is the story we will build across that fact? The government is not proper. They have not built a good infrastructure. The police is bad. The system is bad. Everywhere corruption is there. Are the reason this kind. No, what is the fact? The fact is you're stuck in a traffic jam. But the story is your story all negative. System is bad. That is bad. This is bad. This is how we attract karmas. The fact is traffic jam. Accept the traffic jam. Accept that you have got 3 cars in your house for the uh, family size of 5 people. Accept that you have blocked it. You are also responsible for it. Don't blame anybody. Blame yourself. Okay, and then listen beautifully to S.P. Balasubramaniam song or even Rajkumar song, or listen to a talk by Patriji or some great personality and just enjoy the traffic jam. Though in like that, you can make a positive outcome of that just a traffic jam and just your zero karma. But the same traffic jam can add karma to you. You're cursing the government, you're cursing the entire system, you're cursing the God also. Why God, you created me? Now, why this, to suffer like this? So even you are abusing the God also at that time. So, friends, these are all the samuha karmas we have created. You are responsible for the pollution. You are responsible for the traffic jam. You are responsible for everything. Now, you are responsible for the crime. If you are given the job to the youngsters, why they would have gone to crime? So we are all responsible for whatever happening. Okay, and so let us enter uh, the karma. Uh, how? Friends, what is this karma? Law of karma beautifully talks. We have a constitution. We have a constitution which says, the different freedom, different rights we have, right to speech, right to, all that is constitution. How a constitution is there for our nation, in the same way, the Srishtikarta, the Lord, the Bhagavanta is taken a job of a Ejamana, okay, is taken a job of an Ejamana, and he runs our life, okay, and mm, who so let us not think that we are very very clever in our life, and so but when we get surrendered to that Srishtikarta, you call whatever the name you want, invisible hand, cosmic energy, cosmic force, when we surrender to that force, definitely you are in a more resourceful state. Okay? And the law of the land, we have created it. Okay? The law of karma is in the hands of Srishtikarta. This is the cosmic force. Okay? And I'll tell you a story now today. Okay? Now I'll tell you. In one day, the two neighbors died. Okay? The two neighbors died. And one was a monk, another person was a prostitute. Okay? They, they are neighbors in a city, they died. So, when people die, the Yamakinkaras, Yamadutas come and take them. So, the astral body was taken to, to the place where they dissolved. Okay. And the monk's astral body was, he realized that they are taking him to hell. The, the astral body of prostitute, they are taking to heaven. No, he asked, monk asked, the Yamadutas, sir, please, there must be some mistake here. There must be, we are neighbors. Must be you have come to your wrong address. I am a monk who has done meditation and done the service of the Lord for whole of my life. How can you take me to the hell? And she look at her, you are taking her to heaven. Then the Yamakinkara says, yes, you are in your body, you are a monk, but what were you doing? What were you doing? Every day you used to watch who comes to that prostitute's house, what kind of dance is happening, what kind of music is happening, okay, what food they are made, what is the smell of that food, and you're always interested in that, and you are always thinking that I don't have that fun of life. I all and but whereas she as a prostitute always is looking at you. They always looked at you, the rituals you do, the meditation you conduct, the satsang you do. And she always, out of ignorance, out of, the poverty, she was selling her body. And she was always anchored to the beautiful things you are doing. She was looking at you, but you are looking at her. So, like that, your mind was always in that place. Her mind was here. Even though in the uh, body, even though visually, even though in the outer world, you are a monk, she is a prostitute, but in the inner world, she is a great devotee, and you are this. So then he looked down and see for his body, they were all preparing a beautiful, procession beautiful Vedic chants are going on, all that is happening. And then uh, and then that side, the prostitute body was eaten away by dogs and vultures. So he says the the law of the, the people is better, not the law of the Lord. So friends, this particular story says it is not your show off in the world. Don't let us not try to show off that we are great, we are something amazing, we are something out of the world. But are you really one? It is always counted. Okay, some people are very, they talk harshly, but they are very good in heart. Some people, they talk very quietly, but they are very cunning in their heart. So it is all the difference between that and this. So maybe out of pure love, that person is harsh, is telling his children or telling his students that he is strict, but his level, that he's out of pure love he talks. So friend, don't go by the external behavior. Sometimes it can be very decisive, will deceive you. So please go by the intention people has it. Okay. And so if you go further, and so it is not, we realize that the truth of life is in not in actually the outer reality, it is our inner transformation. If we don't transform internally, somewhere we going to get it, because it is the effort we put internally. It is the inner effort. That is the reason we ask, meditate, 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 practice silence. So, uh, if you meditate more and more, your karmas get nullified, get burned. You will be shining like a gold. The more and do more meditation, if you do, the more and more silence you undergo. Okay, and we'll go further. And so every action of yours will be having an inner meaning. So if you want to know these real secret of life, you need a lot of sadhana. And for that, this workshop has been conducted. And please always take time out 1 hour a day, or maybe about 2 to 3 hours in a week. Please review what you have done, and go, please plan what you want to do. Don't take life for granted. Okay, at the end of the day, ask for pardon. See, if at all, without my knowledge, I hurted somebody, I'm sorry about it. Please pardon me. Ask their excuse. Okay, if possible, physically. So don't hurt people, and don't think that you can just get away with it. Okay, and please understand, we are born here as a human beings. Purandara Dasa, the Kannada great bhakti cult, he says, being born as human being is the greatest boon. Could have born as a animal, could have born as an insect, could have born as a reptile, we are born as a tree. So, but we are born as a human being. So please note that when you're born as a human being, so it is your responsibility. You have to exercise. You are you have more greater wisdom in life. You have greater responsibility towards the world. Okay, and we all have specific vision, specific path, specific purpose, specific direction. Okay, and the soul journey. God has sent you with a purpose. And if you want to know the purpose of life, we need to really go deep within ourselves. Take your time, morning 1 hour, evening 1 hour, meditate, practice silence. Okay. And like that, we have four purusharthas. See, please understand. So our Indian ethos, the greatest thing is, We have four Purushartha, that is Artha, Kama, Dharma, Moksha. Okay. And Artha and Kama, our acquisition, Artha, that is the money and whatever possessions we have, and the Kama, the desire to have that, should be dharmic, should have a dharma in it. Whatever, small, big, it should be dharmic. Then only the moksha is possible. Even the purusharthas are like that. And we have a greater responsibility as you see when we come to this karma cafe. The beauty of this karma cafe is uh, you have freedom to do whatever you want, uh, but you need to whenever you enter this karma cafe, you human being should become a lamp post, a dhari deepa we call it. Okay, you have to become a lamp post to the whole world. And so get connected to the person, get connected. Paul Coelho says beautifully in his book Alchemist, the story of the world, the story of I repeat, the story of myself, me, you, or us seeing this or going to watch later, in the story of the world is written by the one invisible hand. Where is that invisible hand? We are searching it outside. Unfortunate. We are searching it everywhere. Temples, mosques, churches, gurdwaras. Yes, it is there. But is it really there? Yes, you have some sort of a positive energy created over that spot. But the Lord is in you. Okay, that is the reason we meditate, go deep within ourselves, get aligned, and meet that invisible hand, the Lord, whatever inside us. Please note that. Don't have to go on an external journey. Don't do cycling. Don't go by air. Don't go by bus. Don't go. So it's all you're spending money. Instead of that, pay the same money to some poor people to live their life. Okay. So what H. Narsimhaya, our great guru from National College, used to say, if a place of worship, if a place of worship can give you put punyas, every day the drivers and conductors goes. So if a yatra sthala, if a place of worship or even anything can give you good punyas, more punyas. If people go, I don't want to name the cities because it get hurt some people. So every day a flight goes there, okay, comes back, and every day the bus conductor goes, every day bus driver goes. I'm sure the bus conductor and bus driver should get the maximum punya. Are they? Go and look at their lives. So it is not the okay. The Basavana even says 12th century, a great social reformer from Karnataka. It is not in idol. It is not okay. It is not. So Kalludevaru Devaralla, Maradevaru Devaralla. ಪಂಚಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ ದೇವರು ದೇವರಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿದ ದೇವರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತನ್ನ ತಾನರಿದು ತಾನೇ ತಿಳಿದಡೆ ತಾನೇ ದೇವನೋಡ. You realize, you go deep within yourself, you discover the Lord within you. That is the beauty of spirituality. That is the beauty of karma philosophy. Okay. And friends, uh, it's like this. And also Paul Coelho says beautifully, when you desire something, the whole universe will conspire to make it happen. And the meditative energy and the spiritual energy is so powerful, you can convert a rusted iron into a piece of gold. It has happened to me. It has happened to many, many people. It has happened to me. I can tell you. I can vouch for it. Okay? Because the very intention and purpose is so strong. Sankalpa is so strong The pure love is so strong that will get converted automatically into a gold. So you don't have to really make an effort. Deepak Chopra in his book says the law of least effort. The grass, when the plain field is there, when the rain comes, the grass grows on its own. Grass doesn't make any effort. When the 9 months is over, the child is born, no effort. When the fruit is ripe, it will fall. Okay, so it is like that. The life, when it is you are ready, it just happens. You don't. When the student is ready, the guru arrives. It is not the guru should search for the student. It is the student should be ready to take a guru. So the guru arrives in disguise. He will deceive you. He will come with a jeans pant and a t-shirt and start dancing in a pub. He will deceive you. And you think that fellow is a jolly playboy. You sit with him, watch with him. He is deceiving you. Okay? And then after some time, he goes to his house. You observe him. My God, he is so sincere about everything, meditation. But just because he's having a fun, that doesn't mean that he's an idiot. Okay? So the farishtes, the angels, the gurus, the masters come in disguise. They just pass. They just pass on. Why Patriji has become closer to me? I am not a relative to him. I am from a very ruffian place. Okay, okay. It is a very ruffian places. We are okay. I have no connection. Where is Mandya? Okay, where is the farmer's family? And where is Patriji today? I don't know how I got connected. I'm blessed. So, if you go by the external actions of a person, sorry, it may be little it may deceive you sometimes. So, please, getting a right teacher, getting a right mentor is a blessing. If you get a wrong mentor, it's again your own karma. So be careful. If you want to get a good mentor and a teacher, you need to exercise lot of your wisdom, and you have to go deep within. From an inner eye, you have to see. Okay, not just uh, only see the superficial things of a person. Oh, if somebody has a many rich connections, oh my God, I got the mentor now. No, don't think like that. Okay, that is not the case. And there are so many questions. I'm sure people who are watching it, I'm sure these are the 4 5 questions they will ask in their life. Yeah, I'm sure you would have asked. One, uh, why bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people? At least once in your life, this thought has come. Yes or no? It has come to my thoughts. It has come many times because I have genuinely worked on it. I have not received the fruits as I wanted. If somebody else is not worked at all, but they would have got it. So these kind of questions. And uh, what kind of karma palas? What kind of karma palas for what actions? What which no, what kind of karma results? That means we get it. And uh, for good people, we always think that time is not right. Okay, it's not for the time. And when this earthquake and accidents and this all these floods happens, so many people die. Why my God, why they die? Why they die? You ask these questions, definitely you would have come across and asked. And why for good people the time is not always right? Okay, So the bad guys always opportunists, they make it very fast. Well, somewhere the ideal guys always, suffer. Why? Like Satya Harishchandra always put under the fire. Why? Only in the end he gets, okay. And even when floods and earthquakes and so many things happens, why? Uh, Even the good people also die, the bad people also die. It doesn't have any. The flood will not ask you, are you good or are you bad? Okay, it will just take just like that. Okay, and this kind of unexplained, things which doesn't have answers. So even from the Vedic times, even to the time of Robin Sharma, Deepak Chopra, this kind of things. Okay, and always I have been asking. Okay, and why bad things? Why bad things? Why what I have done wrong thing to anybody? I have not done anything wrong to anybody. Why wrong things happening to me? So I will explore that later. Okay, and so friends, let us see what is karma. Okay, what is this karma is all about? Whatever goes out of you, whatever goes out of you, what it comes back is karmas. Okay, and what for example, your feelings, your thoughts, your activities, your behaviors, and whatever comes back is that we call it as. So the very karmas, the basic meaning is create. What is the kriya? We call it as kriya. That is karma. Okay, and there are four kind of karmas. There are four kind of karmas: good karmas, bad karmas, individual karmas, and there is a what you call that as uh, you know uh, what is that we call communities. The community karma. That means as people are involved. The first one is good, second one is bad, third one is personal. That means what people as an individual, and then it is something called as collective karma. You can call it as collective karma. It's like an environment. Who is responsible for creating a bad environment? So much of pollution. I'm not responsible. You may say, Prem Kumar, I'm not responsible. Then who is responsible for the pollution? We have created industries. We have created. We have 5 cars in a house. All the car on the road, and we created all the pollution. And then we buy plastics for unnecessary things, and we don't recycle it. And we say that pollution has happened. So like that. So there are good karmas, okay? And for good karmas, there is always a good result, maybe late. Um, and most of them comes back like a boomerang, like an echo. But we all worried about the travel. Okay, my God, I've done so much. Only little good things has happened to me. So, but in the end, good things will happen to good people. You just see, even in the case of Satya Harishchandra, the Vasistha challenges Vishwamitra that look, my Bhakta, Satya Harishchandra is a person who is true to himself. He always believes the path of Satya. So then Vishwamitra takes the challenge and gave all kind of trouble to him. Okay, made his life miserable. So, but in the end, he was given a boon to rule 1,000 years. Satya Harishchandra rules the Ikwaku Vamsha. That is, he rules that kingdom for 1,000 years, it said. So they are the ancestors of Indian. Okay, Surya Vamsha, Ikwakshu. So like that, that means the in the initial stage, the people who are on the path of truth come across hurdles, but finally they win. They live ever after. and eternally they are okay. Then the same example that when Mahatma Gandhi saw that drama of Mahatma Gandhi, saw that, and he committed that the truth only will win, and then he became, he started practicing truth, non-violence in his life. Ultimately, what kind of a struggle Mahatma Gandhi has faced, just watch it. What kind of ridicule, what kind of rejections, what kind of, all the pain, and, here you have seen, and look at in the end, he got it. He got the independence just without any bloodshed. Okay, that is the fun of this good karmas and the bad karmas. Let us see how the bad karmas in afterwards. So you be very careful about what you speak, and so it all creates a sort of a circle. Okay, it all will be put in a mahakosha. What you speak, what you think, what you feel. You're feeling jealous of a neighbor who bought a Mercedes car. Enough to create a karma. You don't have to really. Jealousy is only form of a feeling, but still you will create a karma cycle. So be careful. It is his purushartha, he got it. So it is you have a beautiful, good car. Don't worry about his car. Okay. So it is always, Patriji always says, you mind your business. Okay. The best thing is to mind our business. Oh, and so all these kind of, every time we look at the neighbor, you are jealous. You look at somebody, oh my God, I don't have it. Look about somebody's wife, and I don't have a beautiful wife like that. Most all these negative things will be put in a cosmic, okay, mahakosha, and definitely it comes back and it affects your soul and comes back in the form of a disease. Don't think that your disease has come not just because of, it is your own karma, it is your own prarabdha also, because we'll come to that prarabdha karma later. So we don't know what kind of results we get, and today, tomorrow, or in the next janma, it definitely comes back, and you cannot escape. Suppose somebody is violating, is not paying a tax. Let us see. So maybe for that moment, the government may not be able to see that. One fine day, it comes back with full abundance, and definitely you have to pay double, triple. We have seen all that. Okay, it's happening, and sometimes even the income tax department is misused by the government. Nowadays it's happening. So we see how ill health, depression, loss in our life, loss of money, and somebody commits a suicide, and why the accident happens. You don't know. You cannot explain for all this. And why these kind of setback happens in our life. We get three answers. We get three major answers. God is very cruel to me. Second, for no reason of mine, why all this trouble is happening to me. We feel that. Third one is, I have not done anything wrong in my life. Why all these problems are coming to me? So let us see. So even in, if you go further, go and deep into karma, into as an analysis, if you take, suppose there's a rich man in the city. So you think that, oh my God, he's so rich. Let us loot his money. You decide in your mind. So even if you're thinking of looting that man, create karmas. Okay. And so then afterwards, what happens is you may get fear. Suppose if I get caught, what will happen? So you will, the wisdom comes and you will drop that idea. No, let us not rob that man. We'll drop it. Okay. And maybe at that point of time, the karmas are stopped. So if you are able to, if you think that if you go further, let us say, Okay, let us loot him. Let us execute. So when he is gone somewhere, so we loot. So when you execute, yes, that's the full. Your action is made. So even in thought, it is 50%, and execute is 100%. So be careful, even if you're thinking also 50%. Nullifying that 50% takes a lot of time. So please be very careful. And uh, the law of nature takes over. So it's all in the form of one. At one level is the mind level, the second level is the emotional level, third level is physical level. You thought of looting him, mental level. You thought of executing, planning everything. Oh my God, if I get lot of much kind of money, how well I live. You're feeling, you execute it, that is physical. So there are three levels of karmas, even in good things. You want to plan for a good, dhyana shibira. Yes, mental level. So what can thousands of people will attend that dhyana shibira, dhyana class, dhyana mahachakra. Thousands of will get benefited. Thousands of people will come to know about dhyana, meditation, and so and when you execute it, that's the good karma. So at three level, you go on creating different karma cycles. Okay, friends, and sometimes why I am blamed for somebody else karma. This is also a second question. Definitely, these questions will ask. Come, I know very well. Let us see. Uh, if if I take my car, go like haphazardly on my road, and somebody I hit, and he gets injured, uh, uh, I am responsible for his karma now. So what happens? He is going safely on the side, but I went some like this, and uh, and I made him injured. So that is how so many times these kind of things happen. You are going quietly in some corner, something came and hit, and you are 6 months in the blood. But so you always go, why my karma it happened? I was going on footpath. The vehicle come on footpath and hit me. These kind of things happens in our life, and so, how we are spoiling environment and how we are getting into cycle of so many people are suffering with allergies and respiratory issues. So they are all comes under collective karmas. We are not actually. I am not individually responsible, but we are collectively responsible for all this. And so, please be careful what you are going to sow in your mind. That's the reason. So good things, so good thoughts, positive thoughts. Okay, and so let us go further. And the law of nature is to give whatever you have put as a seed, and beautifully, this is a beautiful of it. See, when you know that there's a law of gravity, the law of gravity is whatever goes up will come down. So the law of karma is also reality. Okay, and what we think is uh, we have this uh, addiction for success, addiction for speed. We have to become instantaneously successful, instantaneously famous, instantaneously. You want to make it instant. So instant addiction has uh, brought us into various problems today, and that instant marriages are happened, instant divorces are also happening in the same way. Though, so people doesn't know that they don't care for people, building a positive relationship, people around, bringing positive results is important than all this. So this the relationships are like the golden goose in the Aesop's fable. We need to protect it, we need to enhance it, we need to take care of that golden goose. If you don't take care, it won't give a golden egg a day. So like that, you have to be very, very tolerant, you have to be very, very patient. And how you attract karmas, uh, let us see how karma, attraction of karmas. And so the past karmas are responsible for my today. Okay, uh, like it is like a credit card. You go on swiping everywhere. At the end of the month, you have to pay back. Sure, it is so as simple as that. You can't swipe and say I won't pay back. So be careful what you buy. Okay, and even it goes for janma janmantara. It is not for one life, it goes back. If you swipe today, you say, I won't pay, it will come back in the next Janma. And then it comes back with interest, it will take you back. It will take back. Okay. So, like that, the attraction, the, the, the attraction, how you attract karmas, please understand. And it is like a ball, you put tennis ball, you put it to a wall, it always bounces back. Okay. If you change, I will change the shirt. I'm wearing blue shirt, I'll change into white shirt. That ball will not come and hit me. No, 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 no. The changing the shirt is janmas. Even if it's change the janma also, that ball will still come back to you only. So please be careful how you attract, and be careful of what you buy, what you swipe today, you have to pay with interest tomorrow. Okay. And please don't try to correct too many people, like why you are doing trying to give advice. You can advise, if they listen it's good, otherwise you don't have to really break your head. Always patriji say that don't break your heart. It is their business to change. It's your business. Your job is to only empower them. You don't have to go and do their work. See, we see some examples now. I'll give you. You can also write and send it to us on this. One, we have a big film star in Hindi. You all know who is he. Okay, Sanjay Dutt, and he entered into a sort of an addiction in a very early age, and he got in touch with the underworld, and his 30 years has been spoiled. Okay, please, who is responsible? Why? It is his choice. He made it. It is his choice. 50% of his life, he is in shambles. Addictions and attraction to all these negative things, he spoiled his life, 50% of his life. And in Karnataka, recently, one IAS officer committed suicide for a silly reason. Okay, I don't know. Still, it has to be executed. Um, in Karnataka, again, a very big, huge, political leader who has done good work, and he was in the health ministry, and he was reason to solve for all these medicines and not generic medicines and other things. He himself uh, hit with cancer. Within 3 months, he passed away in the same hospital where he built what he built. Okay, and how many people experience this? Like you have missed a flight, that flight is crashed. So many people have shown. You missed a flight, you missed a bus, the bus is crashed. You missed the railway, that railway is in a uh, met with an accident. In Kannada, there was a superstar, which I don't want to name again. He was kidnapped. For 3 months, he was not let out. Okay, and we all worried why he was taken away. And for such a simple and good, spiritual person, why this thing happened? Till today, there's a mystical thing. Okay, and I have seen in one particular place, one IAS officer got retired, and he has taken about a few acres of land. He was working in his field. He was in a tractor, and something got stuck in the tractor to a rock, and he wanted to remove that. And his servant says, "Sir, don't worry. We'll bring another tractor and two tractor will do." No, no, he said, "No, no, I will only do it." Because he had that. So then the whole thing the whole tractor came on him and he instantaneously died. And he is a leader's a close relative. And, one more thing. Last, I'm telling you, this is one incident which I read in Reader's Digest. Okay. There were the two friends who were going on a bike and on a highway, and on the top sky there was an eagle flying, and the eagle was hungry, and it saw a snake, poisonous snake, what we call nagarham. And the eagle came and picked up that snake and flew to the top. And uh, the snake also gave a good fight, because it's survival of the fittest. Gave a foot fight, and somehow the snake became stronger, and it got and the eagle left the snake. The snake came and fall on the pillion rider, on the people who are going, two friends going on a highway. It falls on the pillion rider, it bites the pillion rider, and it falls on the ground, goes inside some bush. You tell me now, where is the eagle? Where is the death? Where is the snake? The eagle thought that my karma today is, my Shani Dasa today is not good, so I didn't get the food, so it flew down. The the snake thought that my Shukra was very good. No, I was saved by the Lord. It again went inside. And the person who is sitting at the back, understand, if it's just 3 feet later or 3 feet afterwards, nobody would have. So, how this death is related? So, this death is totally unconnected. You're standing somewhere, something has happened. Somebody has pushed you, and somebody has lost a leg. So, and many things like this, and good things also like that. Okay. You go with somebody to buy a property. Okay. uh, and you with a friend, and you have a specific condition that I have this budget, I have this particular location is important. And that seller who is talking to your friend who has gone there to buy a plot, or your friend refused to buy because it is out of his budget, or if the area what he was looking for location is not okay, but you are sitting in the side, can I take that? So many times it has happened, and you ended up buying that, and you just got your own dream house. We have a dream house concept in our company. So he got a dream house just by going with his friend. So like that, good things, bad things, every minute of our life. Deepak Chopra says meaningful coincidences goes on happening in our life, friends. It's a total, you know, you don't know what is the reason why that has happened. So always be careful that the cycle of karma is very much active. Let us see what Buddha thought of karma. You know, Buddha didn't had a concept of God. He always thought he equated karma to God. Okay, you see, no, there is no God. There's only karma, and he has made like that. And whatever good or bad karma, or so has brought us here. Whatever is the reality you are today, and whatever we do today will create tomorrow. He says, and Whatever we make choices today, the choices today we will create the tomorrow. Don't say that God is being unkind to me. Okay, stop blaming the God as if God has taken your address to give you problems. Okay, don't blame the God, blame your karmas, please. Okay, you, so maybe your karma is responsible for whatever the state you are in today. And so whatever we do, whatever we eat, that's the reason Patriji says be a vegetarian. So be careful. Be careful of what you speak. Be careful of what you eat. And there's no concept of God according to Buddha. And you cannot have one hand clapping like this. There has to be another hand. So there has to be a stimulus and response. Then only, okay. And we call it as this is stimulus. This is response. So do meditation, please come out of your karma cycle. That is one of the way. Okay, do meditation, and seva can be one of the thing. If you are doing good to others, if you are and if your time is utilized for good of others, definitely that is also one of the way you can come out of your karma. And so please come out of this mind, mind, that the whatever is that, body, mind, and intelligence. Okay, we think that body, mind, and intelligence, it does everything. So I'm sorry, there's a way beyond that. There is something called soul, and the food for soul is meditation and silence. So this is the secret of Karma Cafe. If you go to Karma Cafe and do too much of action, do too much of thought, do too much of intelligence, don't think that your intelligence can take you to bigger heights. Your meditation, your silence will take you to greater heights without any expectation. If you do something, that is amazing, friends. That is called as nishkama karma. You are here as a postman. You're not a you are not the owner, neither you are the thing. I have lived, I'm going to live here for 80, 90, 100 years. I am a postman. I am here. My purpose is this. I brought with this purpose. I am delivering it. So maybe we take the form of a, in the human body, we get married, we enjoy, we have children, we have all the good things what a body needs, mind needs. Okay, always Buddha's, when Osho beautifully talks, the body is the visible soul and the soul is the invisible body. We'll take care of both this body, mind, intelligence, and soul by practicing meditation continuously, and silence. Practice non-judgment. Please practice non. Who are you to judge? Patriji always says, you are you to judge people. You're nobody. Don't add fresh karmas. So practice non-judgment. Lastly, I tell practice detached involvement.